WWE SmackDown, December 27. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens to face off in Royal Rumble rematch. WWE may be ready to turn over a new leaf in 2025 after its final WWE SmackDown of the year, but some wells aren't yet dry, including the world title picture with top champion Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare is the current Superman-like figure of professional wrestling, so it only made sense that we'd see him sooner rather than later after his vicious Saturday night's main event post-match assault from Kevin Owens. I'm not sure how this rivalry can be dragged out until February 1st for the 2025 Royal Rumble and be kept interesting until then, but hey, WWE is going to try. Unhinged Owens needs even looser screws. I so terribly wanted to see Owens attack Nick Aldis on Friday's episode of SmackDown. Not because I wanted to see the general manager suffer, but because Aldis deserves to have a big WWE match that he very well could still perform in. As great as he's been in his current role, I'll still never fully understand how he's been pushed away from his in-ring career. The timing with Owens between a Rhodes feud would be perfect. Ideally, there could be some type of tie-in against Rhodes as well. For history's sake. Ultimately, we kept things classic on tonight's SmackDown, and what's not to love about that? The more the Winged Eagle WWE title is on our screens, the merrier. I wasn't sure when Rhodes would return, but I didn't expect it to be tonight. He appeared as fired up as ever and cut another excellent promo, demanding a ladder match against Owens to put the no-referee excuses from their last match to bed. I dig it. Fearless usage of logic from the defending champion. I thought this was going to lead to an I Quit match, which feels like the obvious go-to these days with a feud like this. However, I like the throwback to the lesser-seen ladder match, which is just one of my favorite match types in general. Also, when you think about it, referees are still involved in an I Quit match. Of the villainous Owens concluded the evening by pushing Aldis into the still-injured Rhodes and stomping on his neck. It gave me glimmers of hope for an attack on Aldis. Damn you, WWE. Give me what I want. I really do think we'll get it at some point. They're just playing the long game. It'll be Rhodes vs Owens 2 in a ladder match at Royal Rumble 2025 on February 1st. It's time. Alright, I'm fully convinced it will officially be Tiffy time once SmackDown heads back to 3 hours in 2025. There's no way they won't pull the trigger on Tiffany Stratton's cash-in next week. WWE has done a great job building Stratton as a sympathetic heel who has gotten fans to root for her success. I mean, that's bound to happen when you tease her cashing in over 100 times. Okay, that's hyperbole, but it sure has felt like it. Stratton's tease this week in the middle of her trios match alongside Nia Jax and Candice LeRae vs Bayley, Bianca Belair, and Naomi was the verbal straw that broke the camel's back. When stopped by LeRae, Stratton roared, "I want to be champion." She has to be fed up with getting bullied by Jax, who once again belittled her before the match started, jabbing with a comment about last week's loss. The Stratton vs LeRae kerfuffle led to a win for the opposing team and earned Naomi a title shot against Jax next week. This is where it happens. It has to. We've waited long enough for Ms. Money in the Bank, and it's been set up perfectly with the continued whodunit questioning of Jade Cargill's attacker from weeks ago. I'm calling it now. Naomi, win or lose, gets beaten down by the returning Cargill next week, and Stratton cashes in on whoever the champion is for the win. Boom. It's two birds with one stone and too easy, WWE. This isn't rocket science. Spot of the night. Requests for a Montez Ford singles run have been screamed to the wrestling heavens for years now. I am aware. But I need it. Please, the Street Profits are still an incredible team though, which makes separating them very difficult. After finishing some fun possible feuds with Motor City Machine Guns and DIY, what more is left? The New Day? I'm here for it, I suppose. That can all wrap up in 2025 if done right. Regardless, Friday's Los Garzas match was an unsurprising thrill ride that featured our spot of the night when Ford was tossed off the top rope overhead from each of his opponents. From there, Garza and Humberto hit double moonsaults, one to Angelo Dawkins on the outside and Ford on the inside. That should have been a match-ending sequence, so big thumbs down for it not being one. The match overall was great, however, and the Doomsday Blockbuster truly is an amazing tag finisher, which sealed another win for the Profits. This all came thanks to a runaround from Pretty Deadly backstage. So thanks to them, I guess? We'll probably get some kind of multi-team tag match for the titles out of this whole thing because Motor City Machine Guns made an argument backstage and boy, did they look tiny next to the night's winners.